Hello, my name is Gabriel. I'm a pet room manager for Zamzows, and I would like to talk to you about feeding bearded dragons. Now, what we're going to start with is we're actually going to start with the vegetable matter that they need. Now, these guys are omnivores. They eat both vegetables and meat. In the vegetable diet, you can actually see here, if we can zoom up on that just a little bit, you can see we have some pink stuff, some orange stuff, and some green stuff. And the green stuff is actually kale. It's a really nice vegetable. It's got a lot of vegetable proteins in it that are really good for your bearded dragons. We've got carrots, which has beta-carotene, vitamin A, all that stuff that's extremely good to help keep your bearded dragons colorful as well as healthy and keep their eyesight healthy as well. And then we have Beardy Bites. Now these are actually a Nature's Own product that we have that is an absolute necessity for your juvenile bearded dragons as well as your older bearded dragons. They all take advantage of it. It's very good stuff. I'll go ahead and set that down over here. We've got some supplements. We've got Reptile Calcium by Zoom Med. It's a great product, has vitamin D3 added into it. When your beardies are small, like these two in here are, you do need to add this to not only their greens, but their crickets. You need to dust their crickets or other meat that they're getting a hold of to help keep that calcium going into their body correctly. We also have a vitamin spray by Arzilla, and the fortified vitamin spray it's just fantastic. You can spray it onto the greens. They don't realize that they're getting their vitamins. It's like tricking your kid into getting vitamins. It's great. All right, we also have some pelleted stuff that you would use for older ones. It's an actual Arzilla food as well. You would put that on their greens, kind of like bacon bits on a salad for an older bearded dragon that would be able to take advantage of it then. Let's go ahead and move on to what we have for dinner for these guys for meat stuffs. I'm going to start out with one of the standards that's fed to a lot of these guys, and we'll get that right in there. These are mealworms, and the mealworms are just a standard little mealworm, hard skeleton on the outside, lots of soft stuff on the inside, great for them to eat. They love these guys. They go crazy over them. Then we have waxworms, which are extremely fatty. These are a treat food. It's something you're going to feed maybe once a week. It's something like candy to a kid, but it's great for growing bearded dragons because it does give them that extra fat that they need to help put weight on their body. For older bearded dragons, we of course have big crickets. You probably can't see through this container, but we pretty much know what a big cricket looks like. They'll jump around in there a little bit. And then we have superworms, otherwise known as king mealworms or superworms. These guys they're pretty gross. They move around a lot. They're an Amazon beetle larva, and big bearded dragons love them. They pretty much would like to eat this over pretty much anything else. And then we have the piece de resistance, the fun part. Let's go ahead and set these in here for these guys and see if they want to eat them. Go ahead and get these guys in here. We'll set one of them close and make sure that he can see them. At least he'll get an idea of what he's supposed to do. And then we'll add the greens in as well so they can have both of those. Now, the way that you feed these guys is usually you want to feed them their greens in the morning and allow them to take advantage of that first, because it's just like with a kid. If you give them candy or a hamburger, they're going to choose to eat that first. Let's go ahead and set this in here where they can get to it, as well as their water. And I'm going to go ahead and fill up just a little tiny bit of water in there for them for the time being, because they don't need a lot to start out with, especially when they're going to be eating. We'll just set that right in here. And you want to keep your greens and everything on the cooler side of the tank away from the heat so they don't dry out and so that the water stays around for them to be able to actually take advantage of. And it doesn't look like they're getting ready to eat because they're probably a little stressed out, but this is the basic idea of what you can do to feed your bearded dragons. So if you want to learn anything more about pet care or pet products, you can visit zamzows.com and find out all of that information.